Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of T3, Tyler's Thursday Tips. And today I'm going to tell you all about submitting fund requests and that form. So as always, I'm going to bring you into Vax here, our playground for everything when it comes to ALG vacations. And I'm going to just, take you to our education campus. It's typically where I start. Last couple of weeks, I've been doing a series here on some things that you may not know you can do on your own in Vax that you actually can. So I'm on the ALG vacations page, but you can go into any of our brands pages to get to our education campus. On this page, I go to knowledge at the bottom and then click on the training link. So I'm going through our top 10 things you may not know you can do on your own in Vax that you actually can, which we pulled from our self-help library. So there's a lot more tutorials in there. Another great piece is our calendar of learning events, which I'm going to take you to in a minute. But going to our top 10, today we are on number 9. So I've been going through this list, and please go to my YouTube channel and check out the other tutorials that I've recorded. So we're doing the request funds. You will notice, if you've been keeping up, that I just skipped 7 and 8. So number 7 was adding an agency fee for set your own commission. That I actually recorded earlier this year on January 21st of 2021. So feel free to check that out. And then the next one, adding air to a land only booking, I actually recorded that one back in May 5th of 2020. So both of those can be found on my YouTube channel, but definitely be sure to go in here and check out these recordings as well. With mostly all of our tutorials from our self-help library, we give it to you in 2 different forms. You can watch the short videos, or you can do and look at the step-by-step PDF guide. So another thing I want to mention, if I go back, is our calendar of learning events. So there's something on here that kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about today. So if I go to the calendar, you will see we have the ins and outs of travel credit. We started by doing these twice a day. We've kind of scaled it back to 1 a day because we've had so much interest in it. And as you would expect, less people need it. So we did dial it back, and we're going to keep doing these until pretty much nobody is, tuning into the live versions. But anywhere where you see the gray slashes on here, these already happened. We do record them, so you will find an on-demand version. So you can always go back and watch those recorded versions, but they're going to give you the ins and outs of the travel credit, and it goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about today. So they'll give you a much deeper dive into that. So that's another thing I highly recommend. But I'm going to go back to the home screen here. I'm going to retrieve a reservation as I just made a booking so I could demo that for you today. So we're going to retrieve this reservation, and we are going to go through the fund request details. So we're going to let this load, but pretty much first and foremost, when doing a fund request, is the very first step is you need to cancel the reservation. There have been some that missed that in the past because the fund request form is at the top of the booking. Just submitting a fund request does not trigger a cancellation. So if you do not cancel that booking and it comes around to the travel date and it was never canceled, but you're looking for a refund or travel credit, whatever the case may be, there's a good chance that it's going to be under 100% penalty. It'll be treated as a no-show. So I have this traveling October 7th. If you just come up here and fill out this fund request form, that does not cancel the booking. If this actually ends up traveling, the airline's going to look at it as a no-show, the hotel is going to look at it as a no-show, and will most likely be under 100% penalty. So step 1, go to the bottom of the booking, go to the cancel tab, and then click the complete cancel button. By clicking this button, there is no pop-up that says, are you sure you want to cancel? So if you hit this button, be sure that you want to cancel the reservation. So I just went ahead and canceled this booking. Now that that is done, I can go to step number 2, which is now filling out that fund request form. So once the wheels are done spinning here, we will go to the top, we'll fill out that form. There's going to be 3 different forms that you will see inside there, but I believe my example will only have 2. The third is for our Rebook Now, Recharge Later program that we had. Any new bookings, you will not see that because they do not fit the date parameters. So there'll be 2 different options on this form. The first one would be if you want to make any changes that you could not make within the booking itself. So if you have a date change, you made a new booking, you do need a new booking to fill out that first form, and you want to exchange the air and you want to move over any applicable funds to that new reservation, you would fill out the form for a change. So here we go. It notifies us the booking is canceled. I can now go into that fund request form. Go to the drop down, you will see there's two options here. So as I was explaining, the first one is for changes. You already have a new booking. You want to look to exchange that air and you want to move over the rest of your applicable funds. It will ask for that new booking number, so you must have a new booking number created. The second option is if you are requesting a refund or if you are requesting travel credit. So the booking I made here, as an example, I included our travel protection travel credit. So I will be filling out the form in the direction of a travel credit. For refunds, there's two ways to be issued a refund on a reservation. The first is if you have our travel protection refund option. The second is if you have a land-only reservation, we can refund those as well. Everything else would be travel credit. You would fill out this form. You would wait until you receive an email from us. It'll notify you that your travel credit is ready and the amount that your travel credit is in. And then once you do have that new reservation, you can go ahead and apply that as a form of payment. So pretty much I just wanted to give you the ins and outs. I wanted this to be a kind of short and sweet video. Again, be sure to check out it's under 3 minutes, the recorded version that we have on our self-help library, as well as that top 10 list. Be sure to check out the ins and outs of the travel credits. They go into a lot more detail with examples with these forms. So I definitely recommend tuning into one of those or watching the on-demand version. As always, I appreciate you stopping in and checking out my T3 video. Be sure to check out the rest of the series, and I will see you on upcoming recordings. Thank you and enjoy your day.